read something in the chat that just need to clear that out of my head for a second. What's the motherfucking deal, man? Welcome to the Den. If you're not familiar with the Den is the best conversation on the internet. And you may say, hey, random guys, if this is your first time watching. If you don't know, I am Ed Honcho, but if it's your first time watching, you're like, hey, random guy, who the fuck you think you are? Just self-proclaimed best show on the internet. Well, I think we have the best callers, the best chat, and probably the best lurkers. I don't know if they're there or not, so I don't know if they're lurking or not, but if you're lurking and not doing anything, you're the best too. But I do believe that we have the best folks in the entire universe that come together each and every night or whenever we are live and engage in semi-meaningful conversation. So, but I am glad you're here. I thank you for being here. Tonight we're going to talk about the bucket list. The bucket list. And if you're not familiar with a bucket list, the bucket list is basically like a list of things you're supposed to do or accomplish before you die. Goals you set for yourself, essentially. I guess some people it's goals. I think other people it may be, like a bunch of random fucking tasks, just like ride a horse or some stupid shit like that. But, I guess it's different for different people. I mean, however you view yourself. I learned this weird fact. I don't know if it's a fact, like I can't prove it, but I believe it. And so I'm going to talk about that. Remind me of the weird fact, all right? I got to remind me. See, when I tell y'all remind me stuff, nobody reminds me except for like 335. And when he's not here, so nobody reminds me, so I always fucking forget. We're going to talk about some people today, all right? So, first and foremost, let us see who we have joining us today. Jess Sarah, the lovely Miss Jess Sarah. How are you this evening? Ronald Isley, who, if you are new, is not a man. Mr. Culture, a.k.a. the Don of the Discord. Make sure you join the Discord, the Den Discord. That is a big part of what the Den is. Make sure you join that conversation if you want to chat with the other Den folk live via the voice chat or, throughout the day via the text chat. It is open to everyone. Team No Sleep Gang, a.k.a. Miss D the Kemah. How are you? Miss Bell, I hope all is well. How are you this evening, ma'am? Let's see. John, my favorite New Yorker. What's the motherfucking deal? Let's see. Sweetberry, you're here. Let's see. Heidi Kleindienst, also here, present, accounted for, if you will. Sweetberry and Heidi, how are you this evening, ladies? I hope all is well. I hope more is well for Sweetberry. Heidi, not so much. No, Heidi's all right. Janice, thank you for starting the Den off properly. Hope you're doing well this evening. 12, what's the motherfucking deal? How are you this evening? David Wynn, what's the motherfucking deal? How are you this evening? King Jaja, what's the motherfucking deal? How are you this evening, sir? Let's talk about particular Den folk who's joining us this evening. Right? What do you call a barbecue man with no barbecue? You call him Broderick. Broderick Brooks, all right? That's what you call him. I've been harassing Broderick for quite some time about acquiring some ribs, right? He won't pass. What's the motherfucking deal? And, I was not aware, exactly what time things would be going. I guess that's my fault for not properly inquiring. Yeah, I had brought to go for some to get some of these ribs, right? These Harris County famous ribs. They tell me it's sold out. Devastated, heartbroken, appalled, if you will. I was disturbed that, I could not acquire the ribs. So, I guess I'll just wait until, another opportunity. Who knows when? Who knows when it could be, right? It's like Dr. Dre waiting on that album. You feel me? I just, except the album was actually made, you just don't get to hear it. That's what they say. Rumor has it. So, but it is what it is. I'm devastated. Appreciate the love, Roger, but I'd rather have the ribs. Look, man. Look, you have to set a plate to. Look, you tell me what time you were in operation, because I've been trying to see, what all the hubbub is about, and I was looking forward to it today. I'm gonna slide him, holler, brother, see what he's talking about, and then I get the message return that there are no ribs. I made like half-ass dinner. Just just throw this here just in case, just a little something to snag on. I was planning on going to get some ribs. Shortchanged myself there. So, it's all good. It's all good. Saturday, 1-8. All right. Saturday's actually better because then weekends can be a fucking cheat day. that works a little bit better. But anyway, shout out to Roger. So... I fucking hate you, Heidi. But let's get into it. The bucket list, right? The bucket list. But before we get to the bucket list, y'all know how big of a Tiffany Haddish fan I am. Right. And so, yes, saw that picture that was shared. What the fuck is wrong with that woman? You know what I mean? Like, I got you. I got you. I got the next Saturday. Almost like Friday after next. It's all good. It's all good. I think niggas like lose train of thought. Yeah, Tiffany Haddish, fucking. I guess it wasn't that important anyway. It's probably why you forget. But Tiffany Haddish, just to cut all the fucking hair off, man. She looks crazy as shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, minus all of the accessories and cover-ups and all that, sometimes you get to see what people really look like. And I just wish people would stop putting other people on a pedestal, right? Like, let me correct that. Stop putting people on a pedestal for nothing. Like the bullshit, like getting made up. Oh, you look beautiful. Like, stop telling people they look beautiful for makeup. Okay? Because I think it instills like this false fucking belief. Like, one, you should love who the fuck you are, as natural as you fucking can be, right? What the fuck is going on? This is terrible. This is like June. June is over with, right? Extended wing time. Oh, it's terrible. Hold on, let me see something here. Let me see. Only because I know who the user is. I'm not gonna do it. Well, see, y'all know better. Y'all can't be doing them in the middle of a rant. Y'all just, I go off in the rant land, and I'm not. Look, I will give said user almost any other mask of their choice. I refuse to put the pride wings on. So, there's that. Feel how you must feel about it. But, my thing is like, I wish we would stop putting people on the pedestal for like nothing. It's like for like the frivolous stuff. Like, it alters your perception and or it alters your look, right? But is that really beauty? It's like, I know people say, oh, it's like a work of art. You're painting the face like a canvas. Nah, I don't think it's a bunch of bullshit. 'Cause like some of that shit is like super deceptive, right? And you're being deceptive. And then I look at it too, I'm like, yeah, I know it's fucked up because some people just, you just kind of got fucked, right? Like, two people had sex that shouldn't have had sex. They got together and they did it. They probably did it more than once, unfortunately. And your ass pops out. And then, sounding fantastic. What's the motherfucking deal? See, I should never gave you niggas masks. This is terrible. This is terrible. I wonder, are these Nathan's hot dogs? I mean, Nathan's has they're like the fucking best hot dogs, right? This is terrible. It's terrible. This is a terrible evening. I got something for to add on my bucket list after this stream. But I was gonna say, putting the people on the pedestal for the makeup and the bullshit, but appreciate the love nonetheless. For the bullshit, like for the dumb shit, like, and that's the problem. That's why we're so fucking superficial as a society, because we praise some of the stupidest shit and give it worth and value. And I get it. Like, I get it, man. And, oh yeah, I was talking about your ugly parents fucking, right? And and you happen, and unfortunately, you didn't fit the mold of what mainstream society says beautiful. Somebody fucking loves you, hopefully, and so I get it. You make yourself up into like some storybook princess shit or some. I don't fucking know. Some of that shit is. Yeah, it's another conversation. But anyway, whatever, but. Like, I wonder, ladies, and just kind of being honest, we got to get back to that. We got to get back to that raw den. We haven't been having that den conversation lately. Like, it's been conversation, but it hadn't been quite the den. And shout out to AB, man, because he had posted an old confessions in the den Facebook group. And it just really reminded me, of what it's supposed to be. Like, yeah, it's changed up a little bit. We'll get it right back on track as it's supposed to be. But like I was saying, other parents fucking, have the kid, and I get it. You want to feel like something. But here's what I don't understand, lady. Like, do y'all really feel like better with the makeup on and you get compliments, knowing like it's the makeup? Like, because do you judge yourself differently when you're not wearing makeup? Say you go somewhere, you run errands or whatever, and you're not getting those compliments versus that. Like, it would almost make me think you would look at yourself worse when you're not wearing makeup, instead of being able to appreciate who you are, instead of doing all this extra stuff to like, I don't know. But again, I know a society like pushes this narrative, all this other shit is cool, so maybe some people don't give a fuck. I mean, I don't know. I'm just curious about, how people honestly feel. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you feel me? Oh man, glizzy gladiators. I've heard about this term. It's a terrible thing. And we're gonna mix a crew again tonight. Like I said, Mixer's about to die out, so I'm trying to get a Mixer crew all the love I can. And it was a great thing while it kind of lasted. Um, I think we might have to get some Hitmans in before it's all said and done. I haven't played Hitman in a while. Maybe me playing bad versions of that. But so shout out to Mixer Crew. But my thing is like like you say you've been a DM, but we got to soak up some game. That's what you got to do. Like, see, when you get an opportunity to find a place to just hear some things and hear people talk and have real genuine conversation, you got to learn how to soak up game, and you'll be ahead of your peers without having to have that experience and bumping your head. You'll learn some things. Um, but that's my thing, and so I feel like, man, like me, I'm a person. Like, I'm all about the natural shit. Like, yeah, I'm not gonna go down that road this evening. I'm trying to keep everybody from being upset, and we're gonna start talking about the bucket list. But it's just crossed my mind with this Tiffany Haddish thing. Um, I don't know. I think I don't know. I mean, I guess because there's both sides. I see both sides to everything. Like, but I think that women just embrace that shit, man. I mean, but again, it's you. You gotta have to deal with it, and I'm sure there's a lot more of the psychological issues. Women deal with things a little bit more on the emotional side of stuff. So, I'm not saying that's a good or a bad thing. I'm just saying the perspective may be different. So I don't know. Maybe that may be a conversation for the future. But let's talk about the bucket list. And the bucket list, again, like I said, for those of you who may not know, um, it's basically like a list of things that you want to do or accomplish before you die. Make sure you hit that like button, please. It's greatly appreciated if you hit the like button. Um, and so there was a movie made about it a while back. I forgot who it was. Was it Jack Nicholson and Freeman? I didn't watch it, but I've heard about it. I want to say it was Freeman and Nicholas or Pacino, somebody, and he had a great civil discord. Yeah, it looked like y'all were having a quality discord. I was peeping at the names. I wasn't in it because I was on the mixer, but it was some of the classier den folk, and so I can only imagine what y'all were discussing. I'm not saying the rest of you aren't classy, but y'all ain't classy. Yeah, y'all know it. It's okay. That's what makes it so great. Um, I'm not classy, so don't act like I'm trying to talk down. Let's be real. Like, I'm never on time to my own show. I'm pretty sure that has something to do with it. Anyway, um, the bucket list, like, so accomplishing things before you die. And like, we live in this day and age where, I mean, honestly, you don't fucking know, right? You don't know when your time is. So it's like, when do you make a bucket list? If you make a bucket list, like, is it a good thing to even make one? Like, we talked the other day about death, and is it healthy to think about death? You know, and I think, maybe to a moderate extent, maybe pre-planning wills and funerals and stuff like that. But I think to think about death on a daily basis frequently, especially if you're not in a situation that, excuse me, pardon me, that, where your life is constantly under threat, unless you're mentally, making it that way, then it's probably an unhealthy thing to do, right? So is a bucket list doing the same thing? Is it making you think too much about your death, or are you really focusing on the things that you would like to accomplish, hoping that, you get that time, I guess, when you're in the sunset of your life and you're in that fucking beach chair looking at the sun as it does set with your life partner, and this is like the end of your fucking movie, and you're thinking about all the shit you did, and you're replaying your life story, we did some things that you really wanted to. Does it change anything? What if you do those things young? Then what happens? Like, do you add stuff, or should you just be an outgoing fucking person and just do shit? Like, and it shouldn't be a fucking bucket list. Like, what really goes on to it? Again, so I think there's different angles and different elements to look at. I know I've been ranting and raving for a while, so I'll cut this part short. I mean, I think most of y'all are familiar with what it is, and so when we do take calls, what I want to talk about is like, do you have a bucket list? If so, what is on it? Or if you've had a bucket list and maybe you've accomplished some things that were on it, what were things that were on it? I'm gonna start like writing questions down about shit before like the show, right? That would make it so much easier. Um, so you fell asleep before the day ended. Yeah, you getting old, nigga. Um, so like that's my thing. Like, what goes on that list? Is it healthy to even have the list? Let me. Give me just a second. I'm gonna start doing. I'm gonna start being organized, asking consistent questions. I guess so each caller gets the same treatment, right? I guess that's fair. Um, so yeah, like I said, do you have a bucket list? And that way y'all will know the questions before they're asked. So that way, no surprises there. That's a lie, because I'm gonna ask some shit that, depending on your answer, um, I'm gonna ask some type of offbeat ass question. It's just gonna happen. Um, yeah. So is it healthy to have a bucket list? You know, I guess mental health is at play here. Does it? How often do you think about it? And what's on that bucket list if you have one? Or slash, what have you accomplished on your bucket list? I guess if I spelled that right, that helps. All right, let me go from there. So, make sure there's nothing else I want to rant or rave about. I'm sure there's other shit that's been going on in the world. I just haven't been paying too much attention. Because like I said, it's been like everything seems like it's just been a bunch of fucking complaining. And I complain too, so, I mean, it is what it is. But it's like, I can sit here and keep complaining, or I can like focus on, achieving some things. And so yeah, I had to like tighten back up. So I ain't gonna lie, slacked up. Studying for that fucking A+. And so definitely some other things. And just like rather focus on getting some shit like done, as opposed to fucking just complain about everybody else, complain about everybody else complaining. It's like that's what the only thing was going on. I've noticed like, because when the Rona situation first hit, like I was watching the news more so to see how they were comparing the stories. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, different things came out, and of course, opposite sides of everything, or the story that they would focus on, during that time. It was really interesting. So, like, but at the same time, like, I'm not trying to take in the information and be like, oh, I'm not looking to be informed. I don't believe the news is really informative. But I'm just, like what is being pushed out to people, and then seeing how people are like responding, and people who have certain beliefs, how they're responding in accordance to what's being pushed out. To just paying attention to little stuff, and but even doing this, just listening again without real intent to seek information or anything like that. Like, but hearing all this shit, like it impacts you, right? It's like you're hearing all this stupid shit all fucking day. And it's just like, it fucking impacts your mood. It's a real thing. It fucking is gonna impact your mood. I'm just like, man, this fucking shit. Um, it's not what's happening. So ever since since we moved, it's fucking everything, and it's like I don't watch that shit no more. I don't fucking. I can't. It's fucking. It's the worst way to start your fucking day. Like it slows you down, right? Because you're watching a bunch of bullshit that really does not benefit you. They're not giving you a solution to shit. They're fucking doing just like everybody else, fucking complaining and whatever else, right? So I'm selling all this shit. Like that fucking shit is dumb, even for whatever reason. Like I'd just rather not know what's going on. I'll find out eventually. Like if it's that fucking important, like the way the internet works, like you'll be forced to see it somehow, some way. So, all right, let's get this line open. Give me just a second. I promise I'm done ranting, at least for now. Right, fucking shit. Oh, Josephine, Johnny. Oh man. So I hope all y'all are doing well. I hope life is treating you the way you deserve to be treated, right? And only you know, determine or dictate how you deserve to be treated. So, all the other bullshit out there that they telling you, spitting you this and that, oh, it's like this, it's like that. You determine how the world treats you, and that's just that. Charge. What's the motherfucking deal? Who do we have calling into the den this evening?
It's Belle.
How are you doing this evening, Belle?
I'm doing good. I'm right back on point. I like when that happens. I can't say that's on my bucket list because I've done it a number of times, but I like when it happens.
Okay. So what's on your mind this evening, Ms. Bell? Do you? Let me see. I said I'm gonna stick to the script. Do you have a bucket list?
I do.
Okay.
It's changed since Corona.
Mm-hmm.
There are a couple of things that I've actually taken off of it because of Corona. And the biggest one was going on a cruise.
Mm.
You know, even if it was like only like a long weekend, a 3-day cruise or whatever, I just can't see me doing that with the Corona being out there. It doesn't mean it's completely off. It just means at least for the next whatever it is. In my lifetime, I'd like to complete a 5K. I want to reclimb a mountain I did when I was in junior high school, up in the Monadnock region in New Hampshire.
What? The what?
It's the Monadnock region. It's a mountain in New Hampshire, and it's about a 4-mile hike in the Appalachians of New Hampshire.
I'm gonna jot that down on my notes, but I'm just gonna put mountain. I'm not even gonna try to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Freshman year, what's that? Junior high school, 7th, 8th, 9th grade, something like that. One of those years, we did it a couple of times, and it's about a 4-hour hike. And so it would be nice to be able to do that at this age, to be able to go back and redo that. So that's one of them. Some things that I've completed on my bucket list is that I was really blessed about 25 years ago. My mom and my sister and I got to see the Nutcracker in Boston on opening night. And it's just one of those girl things. I don't think the guys can relate, but for some of the girls, they understand it's a girl thing. I'd still love to see the Boston Pop live, a Celtics game courtside, another trip back to New Orleans, and not on a Mardi Gras week. I'm not a huge fan of Mardi Gras.
No beads? You're not a bead chaser?
Yeah, I'm too old for that shit. I don't mind the partying. It's just, I'm more like enjoying the historic architecture and the photography aspect of it, and just kind of quiet, casual jazz clubs and that kind of thing. Not so much the young, dumb and stupid kind of crap that happens. Pretty much it. Maybe possibly doing a whitewater rafting. Again, that comes with depending on what's going on with COVID.
I don't know about all that. That sounds dangerous.
And possibly doing like Disneyland, Disney World, something with the grandkids.
Okay. All right.
I'd say pretty white and normal.
Let me see. Okay. Yeah, I mean, that's very Well thought
Yeah,
out
quite
list.
normal.
So do you think it's healthy for a person to have a bucket list though? Like, do you think it's healthy for people to look at, setting goals in terms or in relation to when they could possibly die?
I think it actually is. And my thought process of that is that if you have something that you're looking forward to, you're not completely keeping both feet in the past. Depression generally happens when we keep both feet in the past. Anxiety happens when we keep both feet in the future. The only way to stay on top of it is to keep both feet in the present.
Well,
Roderick would say this is a Bellism. Yes, it is.
or what if you did like a splits, right, and put like one foot in one foot in the future, then like one foot in the past? Would that work?
I tend to like keeping both feet in the present and like checking backwards and checking forwards like you would check a rearview mirror or you would check out the front windshield kind of thing as you're driving. For me, that's more what life is all about. I did have an opportunity to check something off the bucket list, and I chickened my ass out. It was to go bungee jumping, and I was probably all of like 22 at the time.
Well, why'd you chicken out?
And it's not the heights I have a problem with, it's the falling issue. Not climbing up the ladder, it's falling off the damn thing kind of situation. I have no problems with airplanes as long as they do what they're supposed to do kind of stuff.
But my thing is, that's like the whole, fun of it, the fall, right? That's where you get that rush, I guess, that the fear of possibly crushing your face into the concrete rocks, whatever the fuck's below you, depending on where you're jumping at, and hoping that this fucking string saves your life.
I am truly of those beliefs. Why jump out of a perfectly good airplane? Now, if it was necessary and I had to, I'd be the first one grabbing a parachute. However, no, I'm good with that.
Okay. I don't think I'd be doing too many of those myself. I don't think they were built for people like me. So there's that. Okay. I don't think I have any further bucket list questions. I think
Actually, one thing on the bucket list is like all of us in the den getting together has kind of been becoming something on my bucket list as a group.
No, I wouldn't put that on my bucket
There's
list.
quite a few of us that have been together hanging for a while.
Yeah, some of the den folk are all right. I put them on maybe on the list to meet a few folks. Some of them are probably best via phone call. Is this the best communication? I think that's we'll keep it like that.
That kind of reminds me of high school. It's like you like some of them, but you don't like all of them, but you deal with them because they're in the class.
Yeah, something like that.
Well, I am not going to try to take any more than my 10-minute time, and I probably have. So I can't wait to hear everybody else's different descriptions of what they need to do for their bucket list.
All right. Well, Miss Bell, I appreciate you getting the party started. The bell has rung. Class is in session, and thank you for calling. You have a good evening.
All right, you too. Good night, Honcho.
All right, good night. Shout out to Miss Bell. Interesting. What's the motherfucking deal? Who do we have calling into the den this evening?
Oh, shit, man. Oh. Hey, it's your boy Josh again, man.
Hello, Josh. How are you doing this evening, Josh?
I'm doing all right, man.
What's on your mind this evening, Mr. Josh?
First and foremost, this is part 2 of Honcho doesn't want to be on Earth anymore, so you got to bring up a before death topic once again. So it is what it is.
What are you talking about?
2020 has been hard on you, I understand.
2020 has actually not been all that bad. I mean, it's the crazy stuff going on around me that is unfortunate, but it has been all that. Actually, I did find out that I have an uncle, and he has the Rona, and he's in Harris County, so there's that whole thing. That's a shitty situation to be in. But other than that, I mean, I'm pretty good. So, yeah.
Okay, before I answer your question, name one thing positive that happened this year so far.
One thing positive that has happened this year,
Yes.
like for on a national, international scale, or like a
So
personal
just
thing. I mean,
anything.
just like what are we talking about here?
Just anything.
Just anything. I woke up today. That was exceptional. I woke up today breathing with my hands, my feet, all my limbs. I can see. I can function. You know, I have some brain cells left, and so I mean, that's a blessing. That's an amazing thing. I have no complaints. You know, as long as I'm not waking up, I got options.
I'm so glad to hear that. See, being positive is the way to go now. Now to this bucket list question.
Oh, do you have a bucket list, Josh?
Yeah. About me, I picture myself riding a Lamborghini. If anybody don't know what that is, on an island somewhere, just chilling, enjoying life before I go out. So that's the number one thing on my bucket list.
Riding in a Lamborghini is the number one thing on your bucket list?
Yeah, just driving around the island in a Lamborghini, like right before I go.
So, like,
I mean, that's an ideal way of going out. If that makes sense.
like, I mean, like, let me be careful how I word this. I don't want to make it seem like I'm trying to shit on your dream. Like, are you trying to own the Lamborghini, or is it just like you just want to drive one for a little bit? You know what I'm saying? Like, what are we talking about here?
Own one.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay, that changes the narrative just a little bit. I'm gonna be like, you can like rent a Lamborghini for a couple $100, I'm sure. I mean, maybe more than that. I don't fucking know. Pretty sure you gotta put a decent deposit on it or something. I don't know. I've never really won. But I'm saying you can drive around as much as you want. Okay, so you want to be owning a Lamborghini, able to take one last Sunday drive around an island. Any particular island?
I guess just any island, just anywhere other than here, I guess.
What
Trying
about
to get away from here.
What about Galveston Island? Galveston Island? Will Galveston Island work?
This nigga, no, bro.
I mean, you said an island, but I'm trying to help you out. Like, I'm just throwing ideas out there. You've already done the Miami thing, South Padres. So I'm trying to spice it up for you. You got to work with me here. I don't really think you're bringing all to the table. I'm trying to come up with ideas here, so you can achieve your bucket list. So
Okay.
it's kind of like Meek Mill, Dream
Okay,
Chasers.
so if I had to name a couple, I would probably say Jamaica, Virgin Islands, something that's away from here. Like 2020 been tripping. Like I got to get away.
I'm gonna be honest, man. If you roll around that island of Jamaica in that Lamborghini, somebody's gonna take you out with a machete and take your Lamborghini. Because I'm assuming, at this point, like, you're gonna be an old man before you die. If you're trying to do this right before you clock out. So, some young Jamaican with crazy colored dyed dreads is going to he's going to make sure that bucket comes a little sooner than maybe you planned, if that's the way you plan on going out. So just be careful, riding around in your Lamborghini in Jamaica. But what else, man? I mean, it's got to be more than that, though. Like, it's got to be some other things. Like, I mean, that's like, I get it. Like, that's the way I want to go out. I want to know, I accomplished some shit. That's a symbol of, that's a status symbol. Like, I've accomplished some things in life. I got a Lamborghini. It means I've either fucking won the lottery and wasted all my money on this fucking car. It's all I got to show. Or I've worked hard, built some shit. This is, I can afford this lifestyle. I get it. But there has to be some other things, like, in between that you would like to accomplish. Personal goals, maybe an activity, maybe doing something risky that, you've considered. Like, has to be something in there. What's going on, Josh? I know you got something. Come on. What you got?
Yeah, I guess one thing I would be interested in is like maybe skydiving once or twice. I never really done that. I've seen that as fun.
Okay, skydiving. That sounds cool. That sounds pretty cool. What's stopping you from doing it now?
Um, one Rona, two, money and time. Trying to establish myself and things like that. So those are the main two things.
I mean, I'm just saying, you wouldn't have been in Miami. You could use that Miami money. You could have been skydiving, nigga. Anyway. Anywho, but so Betty Spaghetti, what's the motherfucking deal? Glad you could join us this evening, ma'am. So my thing is, what I gotta shut up about, Sweet? What I do, I don't be doing nothing, and I get threatened around here. My thing is this, right? Skydiving. Okay. So you're telling me when the Rona clears, this is what's going to happen. How much more schooling do you have to deal with?
I would say year and a half, maybe two, I guess. Yeah.
And have they given y'all any kind of notification of how they're going to handle the next semester or the upcoming fall semester?
Yeah, they got three ways. I guess one would be the entire schooling being online, two was being a hybrid, and three being a short class with a professor. Yeah, so that's how UH is doing. I don't know how anybody else is doing it, but that's what UH is doing for sure.
Okay, I'm just wondering if they were, offering any kind of actual on-campus service that you. Excuse me, I apologize. Something that you're actually like, getting assisted with your education, that you're not just fucking schooling yourself online. Okay. But so this is what's gonna happen when the Rona clears, and well, hey, let me fix that because it's never gonna fucking clear. But when it's under some type of manageable type situation, you're telling me that you're going to go out and plan for the first opportunity that you can to go skydiving.
I might do it. Depends.
No, I mean,
I mean,
I need a definite answer. I need like a yes or a no.
I would say yes.
Are you going to honor that yes?
Yeah, I would say yeah.
Okay. So when things clear up, I want y'all to remind me. Y'all know I'll be forgetting shit. Matter of fact, when things get manageable and opportunities to do things happen again, right? Josh is going to go skydiving, y'all. We're going to make sure he follows up on that. He's going to check something off of the bucket list. We're going to make sure that you do. So we'll put that on my note right there. I'll put that on my sticky note so I'll make sure it's on the thing. I'll put it in another area later. Okay. All right. Well, what else is on your mind there, Mr. Josh?
I guess I'll be good as far as that for now.
Okay. All right. Well, that's a bit, Mr. Josh. Well, I appreciate you calling in and sharing your bucket list with us and committing to checking something off that bucket list as soon as possible. And trust me, yes, I absolutely will be looking at skydiving places and making sure to stay on top of that. Expect that.
All right, cool.
All right, bet. If Josh goes skydiving and something terrible happens, I would feel really bad. Don't let that scare you, Josh. Nothing's gonna happen. I'm just talking shit to fuck with you. What's the motherfucking deal? Who do we have? Who do we have calling in to the den this evening?
This is D the Gamma.
D the Gamma. How are you this evening, ma'am?
I'm good. How about yourself, Honcho?
No complaints, no complaints. So Miss D the Gamma, do you have a bucket list?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
My top things that I had on my bucket list, one I already did. I was afraid to go to New Orleans because I felt like I was going to get kidnapped or come up missing. I did do that.
Wait. So why did you think that you were going to get kidnapped or come up missing if you went to New Orleans?
I don't know. It was just a fear that I had that I would go down there and be trying to have a good time, and somebody just cart me off, and I'd be missing.
Um, do you listen to rap music?
But what?
Do you listen to rap music?
A little bit.
A little bit. Do you anything from Cash Money, No Limit, anything like that?
Yeah, I remember them. Yeah.
Okay. Do you watch what is that channel? Like I think it's Discovery ID. Is that the channel where like they show like all the shows like where the wives did some shit to like the husbands and shit
Oh
like
yeah.
that? You watch that kind of stuff?
Mhm.
You watch those shit?
I watch all of the crime shows.
Stop fucking watching that shit, Dita Gamble, because that shit is fucking you up, right? Stop watching that shit because this shit got you paranoid, thinking somebody gonna do something to you that ain't gonna do nothing to you. But okay, so you went to New Orleans, so you got over the fear and said, "I'm gonna go." Okay, so what helped you get over the fear though?
Me and one of my sorority sisters, we went down there for a little vacay, and I really had a good time. Like, I mean, I was still kind of paranoid, but I got over it, you know. Had a couple of drinks, and then I kind of loosened up. But I was still like a hawk looking at everybody.
Yeah, that alcohol crash. That's what happened.
Yeah.
So,
But,
if you were to go back to New Orleans, would you feel more comfortable, or do you think you would still be just as paranoid?
I don't know. I think I would still have some paranoia about me because I don't know. I've had that fear for so long that I don't know. I mean, I probably would never go on Mardi Gras. I definitely wouldn't go on Mardi Gras.
Why not?
It's just too many people. There's too many people, and I feel like that's where it happened at.
Okay. All right. So what else is on your bucket list? What is on your bucket list that you have not achieved yet?
Well, one of them is to actually get divorced. I still really want to get divorced, but I don't know where he is. So I hope that happens before I leave this place.
So how would being able to get divorced make you feel?
I would feel free. Because I feel like a lot of baggage is attached to him, even though I haven't seen him. We haven't had no communication. I just feel like a baggage, you know, attached to me, still being married to him.
Have you ever tried like a private investigator or anything to try to find?
No, I haven't looked at that because I know that's going to probably be a pretty penny, and I don't think he's worth all that.
Man, that makes sense. That definitely does make sense. Okay. I don't know. Like I said, just that's interesting. So you still feel like you kind of have baggage attached to it, though it's been that long, and you would feel like you had a sense of freedom. Okay. What else you got?
I would like to eventually have my own business. Like that's like one of my goals. But I want to actually be established in a business before I leave here.
Okay. Well, what kind of business would you have if you had what kind of business do you plan on having?
Well, I have a mixture, but because I do art, so I want to have something that incorporates my art, as well as I want to have a PR firm, a public relations firm for entertainers, musicians, and stuff like that.
Okay. That's interesting. So, when are you gonna start that?
Well, I'm trying with the start a YouTube channel. I hadn't made my first video yet, so I gotta get over that.
So,
Cause I don't really do public speaking, and I know I gotta overcome that first.
So, when do you plan on overcoming the public speaking?
Well, as soon as I start the channel, I think that's going to help me be able to speak more freely, in front of people. Even though I know they're not right there in front of my face, I think it'll help me.
So when are we dropping the first video?
The what?
When are we dropping the first video?
I don't know. I've been trying to do it for the past couple of nights, and I ain't built up my courage yet.
Okay. What do you have going on tomorrow night?
Well, nothing really. The name of the channel I want to have is Team No Sleep because, I have insomnia, and I'm up most of the night. So that's why I was going to try to gear my channel towards people who are up at night or whenever, and just, randomness videos.
That's actually a great idea.
But I don't know really how to get it going.
Okay, so what's going to happen is tomorrow night you're going to start your channel. You're going to come up with an idea and you're going to record a video. Now that video is going to be your worst video ever, but it doesn't matter because that's the video that's going to get your foot in the door to making your best videos ever. You have to start somewhere, and tomorrow you, Miss D the Kemah, and the Team No Sleep channel are going to get started, and this is what I'm expecting from you.
Okay,
I'm serious. You going on the same notepad as Josh, so I'm gonna be following up, making sure that this gets done. Like, there's no reason there's absolutely no reason that you should not have started already. Like, you holding yourself back, you creating some fictional force that's stopping you. Get that shit done. You already know what it's about. You have an idea of what you want to go. You kind of have a theme. Or just start putting out videos, and you'll start to find like your angle. Like, it's going. You ain't gonna hit no home run out the park. Like, nobody does that. You gonna find yourself. Just start making videos.
Okay. I appreciate that, Honcho. But the last one I got, because I know I'm probably running out of time, is I want my kids to be able to meet their siblings. So on my bucket list is to find my kids' siblings.
Okay. And so, like, are they in the same area, or kind of is it a nationwide thing?
I don't know exactly where they are, but I know they got 10. Well, my ex-husband, I call my ex-husband, he had 10 kids. Only 2 of them are by me, so I want to find all the rest of them.
Okay. But maybe if you find all of them, you might stumble across and find him too, and can kill 2 birds with 1 stone.
I just want to do it for them, even though they're grown. At least they'll know who they are.
Okay. I think that's commendable. Definitely want to know. If you got flesh and blood out there, it's good to at least, have met them. So I think that's a good deal.
Well, that's all I got. I don't want to hold up the time. I know somebody probably waiting in the wings, but I'll definitely try to work on that video.
Ain't no whoa. So you're using the wrong word. Ain't no try. It's gonna get done.
Okay.
You think I'm joking? I'm dead damn serious.
All right.
I'm gonna be following up. I'm gonna be on your ass. I'm gonna be kidding. I mean, in the inbox. I'm gonna be like, look, what's up with the video? So, let's get that done. Not for real. I appreciate you calling in, though.
Thank you, Honcho. You have a good night.
All
and
right,
I'm getting back on the board.
All right. Appreciate it. Right. Look, we gonna start getting some action coming out these dens. Goddamn it. We gonna start making some things happen. Like, we gotta bring the den back to its roots. What's the motherfucking deal? Who do we have coming? Who do we have called into the den? Terrible. Who do we have called to get to the den? Said the fucking shit again, 40 and slips and shit. What? Huh? I'm learning how to use this internet thing. See. I don't know. See what I'm saying?
What kind of fumbling kind of message is that?
That's what I'm saying. So see what I'm saying, Miss D the Kemah? Look, players fuck up. I've made over 1,000 videos, streams, whatever it may be, like probably close to 2, I'm sure. And I fuck up on a regular. So look, you knock them videos out. Hello, Rashida. How are you? How are you doing this evening, Miss Rashida?
But you know what? You know what I want to know? How the hell you write down your notebook? what somebody else supposed to do, and you gonna follow up with them, and you won't even follow up with the shit you supposed to do in that notebook.
Look, see, don't worry about me and my
So
notebook,
you
all
need
right? You know what I'm
you
saying?
need somebody to follow up on you and your notebook.
Yeah, that's what.
Brandon, get on
That,
your job.
that's what I'm saying. Y'all supposed to. That's what y'all supposed to. Y'all supposed to be like, Hunter, what happened to the so and so? Then I'm gonna make an
Nah, don't
excuse,
say y'all.
and
That's
then
Brandon's job.
I'm gonna brush it under the rug, and then we're gonna act like it never happened.
If you listen to Brandon, you will get fucked. Brandon, get on his ass.
Mm.
Okay, now. Hey. You know what? Brandon might be too soft. I think I need to call Miss Meek to get on your ass.
Are you talking about Angela?
Yeah, Angela, my girl Angela.
Angela. Shout out to Miss Meek though.
Yeah.
Angela ain't gonna do nothing. She ain't gonna do nothing but sit down. And ain't no rising up.
You
over
gonna
here.
rise up, get on your ass. Okay, yeah. Anyway, moving along.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, that's actually I need to make some new trivia questions. I got some new ideas coming. So I'm just waiting on a couple of things falling. We're gonna change. The den is gonna have a new look eventually, but I have I have a new vision. I'm
You
thinking
set
about.
up the same recycle bullshit. That's it, and that's
No,
all.
I'm telling you, I'm gonna change the look up. Like I'm gonna change the look up.
Okay.
Change the
You
feel
gonna get
up.
a new song. Remember, you was gonna get a new song. You gonna change the look up.
Oh, I need
you
to
gonna
do.
get
I'm
some
glad.
lights in.
I'm glad you did say
You
that.
gonna
Though.
get
I need to
another
check on the phone.
chair. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, man, I'm telling you, but I be just doing too much because I get to moving around. I be forgetting about shit, and then it's not until like I actually like get into the chair and get all like in the little zone, and I be thinking like, oh yeah, I'm supposed to do this, and this. So, I blame you, Miss Rashida. Because what happens is I know I need to do all of these things, and then we have a den stream, and then you call, and then I become so enamored and mesmerized with our conversation that I forget. And then all I can do is for the rest of the evening is
that like you trying to hang up on me.
That's absolutely fine. I mean, my hands are here up on the screen; they're visible. Otherwise, they're generally on the armrest, or one is kind of tilted back.
Right.
So the keyboard is forward up here. So I mean, I'm actually leaning back, away from it. So I mean, I would never do such a thing. These false accusations. They
you
hurt.
must have one of them blow in the dark keyboard so you can see.
You got jokes?
Plenty of.
That's really funny because I actually do have a glow in the dark keyboard. So the joke really wasn't that funny. Ha ha ha. Joke's on you.
You ain't like that shit. I can tell you ain't like that. Okay. Moving along.
Anywho, but Miss Russia, do you have a bucket list?
Yeah.
Okay, tell me what's on that bucket list.
Top thing is to find my birth father. Number 2 is to travel to different places like Italy, Jamaica, and different islands, stuff like that. Mm-hmm. And the third thing is to get a couple of men pregnant.
What the fuck? What? You never mind. We're in a new day and age where
Exactly. With new technology coming, they said men gonna be able to get pregnant. So that's my plan.
That's terrible. That is a terrible thing.
Mm-hmm.
So you said you would travel places, right?
Mm-hmm.
So where if you could travel?
Well, I gotta get one of them travel things first.
Passport.
Paperwork. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, I need to actually get one myself. I heard right now it's real bad. They're saying like it's backed up like for months before you might get it because everything being closed down. So they're like, if you plan on going anywhere in the near future international, like you better get one now.
With the big R on the thing. What do we call it, the big C or the big R? I know white people call it the big C, but black people we call it the big R. So I don't know.
Big C. Cunt?
But we call it the.
Oh.
We always, black folks, we always got the shortest and shit.
Oh yeah. You gotta make this shit sound cool. You know what I'm saying? It don't sound cool if you saying the whole thing. You know, you see it. They're Rona out there getting them boys, man. You heard that coronavirus it's hurting people very badly.
Call it the beer disease.
The who? The bearded beverage. Yeah, you know, you don't want to get that beverage, man. That beverage, it will definitely cancel you.
You know, that's actually some good beer. You ever had a Corona?
Yes, I've had Coronas.
Yeah, I know you've had quite a few of them.
What? Yeah, well, you know, down there I've hung with
moving along,
various cultures.
You see out there burning up the damn barbecue because you can drink it.
What are you? You know what, Miss Rashid, I'm not. You said that you would travel places, right? So what would be the first place that you would travel if you were able to hop on a plane right now?
SMH,
Italy?
tears of joy, tears of joy, tears of joy, tears of joy. I'm casket ready. Just in CAAAAAAASE. Rah rah in the hot mess and mishap.
Appreciate the love, 12. What's wrong with Africa?
What you mean what's wrong with Africa? You want to go there?
Huh? Yeah, I go to
What you
Africa.
mean?
I go to Africa. Shit, some of them. I'm trying to see the sights in Ghana. I'm trying to see what's going down. I heard that it's just a couple of Nigerians I've seen on the gram. I got to see what's going down. What they got some Kenyans. Look, I'm trying to slide to the motherland. Holla at the brother man.
Go right in. You're gonna be the only one on the plane.
Dang, why I gotta be the only one on the plane, man?
Cause ain't nobody else trying to go to the Planet State. Ain't nobody trying to go.
Man, I'm finna just go chill, you know what I mean? There's nothing wrong with a little getting back to nature, get a little vacation. I heard, you can get some land for the low over there, maybe stake my claim, network a little bit, there's lots of natural resources, see if I can get plugged in, you know what I'm saying?
You know what? Y'all excuse me for a minute. I need to take a rush shoot a hiatus.
Okay.
No, I'm just
Go ahead, and I'm just going to hit this little what is this pause, but my thing is like, you know what I'm saying? It's like shit. You ain't lying. Disney ain't no joke. I remember we went to Disney in high school. It was interesting, a very interesting trip. But yeah, I'd go to Africa. I mean, for temporarily, like for a little bit, huh?
Besides Africa, where else would you go?
You're the traveler. You said that's on your bucket list. I ain't say travel was on my bucket list. It's supposed to be about you.
Well, I know very well. You don't just want to stay in the United States. I know you want to travel.
I'm trying to go to. New Zealand.
New Zealand.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Well, what's wrong with going?
You go right ahead.
Why can't I go to New Zealand?
You can go wherever you want to go.
Why can't I go to New Zealand?
Go for it.
But
I ain't never heard no black people in New Zealand. But you know what? Take yourself right along.
And you said you going to Italy and where else? Spain. I don't know.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. What's the numbers on niggas in Spain and Italy? Yeah, they still standing out. They still standing out.
Well, it is what it is.
Appreciate
she would
love,
go to European
King
countries
Jaja.
before Africa face with raised eyebrow.
You was talking about the meet and greet. You weren't going to invite everybody. Who was you talking about you ain't going to invite?
Did I say that?
Remember you talking about, yeah. That we had a meet and greet. Everybody can't come.
I mean, I know it's folks that's international, so it would be difficult, for them to get there. That's basically what I was saying.
That ain't what you were talking about.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
That's
what I was speaking on. You know what I'm saying? Like it would be rude of me to try to inconvenience them.
No. You were talking about because people don't get along. That's what you were talking about.
Well, I think everybody there gets along.
No, that ain't true either.
You had me fooled. I could have sworn.
You couldn't have sworn shit, but you read that shit.
I could have sworn everybody was I thought it was when everybody was buddies, you know.
No, hell no.
Mm, okay.
And we're moving right along.
Mm,
I don't want my call to be too long because I get tired of people complaining.
mm.
What else did I have to say? Oh, you talked about the makeup or something.
Yes.
What I want to say about that was, you know who Alicia Keys is, right?
I've heard of her. Yes.
Yeah. Anyway, she tried to be out there being natural at different events and stuff, but people pretty much told her she needs to put on some makeup. Now, we say one thing and then we promote another. Like we say the natural women should look natural, this and that, but all over the magazines, women's faces full of makeup and full of Photoshop and everything else. So,
you know, that it's funny that you mentioned the Alicia Keys thing because I saw something about that. But what I saw was women complaining that her skin was too nice or whatever, so it didn't matter if she wore makeup. And like people complain, like on the other end, that I saw people complain. They're still like, well, you know, why don't you improve your skincare regimen if that's the case?
They were reading Alicia. Because they feel like if you're going out to a star-studded event like that, you should be dressed up, and makeup is part of that being dressed up.
Mm.
Now the thing with the natural look is it don't require a lot of makeup. Now if let's say most of the women in the world got on the natural bandwagon, how you think that the people that make the makeup gonna respond to this? They'll pretty much be out of business and lose a lot of money.
If all the women went natural?
Yeah. Think about it for a minute.
I don't care about the makeup companies.
The industry will pretty much collapse. So I feel like they behind promoting all those looks and makeup and all the other kind of stuff.
It's look, the doctors, the plastic surgeons love the rappers, the strip clubs love the rappers, the hoes love the rappers, because they promote all this bullshit. The jewelers love the rappers. These motherfuckers promoting all this get your money away goofy shit, and I guess these women, I don't know, they want to get on. Like I say, the makeup, it's whatever. You know, that's mainly my personal opinion. I don't like it. I'm not a fan of it, you know, just to be honest about it. And I think a lot of people go overboard. Like, I think it's cool, you know. I think it would be a better thing if it was like, you know, like you said, hey, it's a special event. Then get dressed up, you know, do something cool, fine, whatever. I get that, but like, it's like people on just like day-to-day ass shit, and they just go fucking over the top, and it's just like, come on, man, like I don't know, I don't get it. Like, do you need that much attention? Is that serious? Like, I can only imagine how much time you waste putting that shit on just to like go do something simple, like go to the fucking corner store or something. I don't know. But it's just, it's a crazy thing to me.
You can't go outside your house without makeup on. There's a self-defense issue. More so than anything. I mean, come on.
See, and again, and another thing about the natural thing to me, and why it's important, or why I find it important, or I say it impacts the thing, because then.
And then.
What?
Makeup is good. Makeup should enhance what you already got. It shouldn't
but
look like a whole new person.
It doesn't. I mean, like, I guess.
Look like yourself. Like, that's not what makeup for. That's perception.
And so it's just like, my thing is just like, man, fuck all that. Because when you know you're not worried about that and you're confident in yourself naturally, like you don't care about that stuff, like you ain't worried about. I see, you know, women react accordingly because the lipstick that got smudged or this out of whack, or spending time in the little mirror. Well, now y'all don't use the compact things no more. Motherfuckers use the phone now, and be just spending all the, like, get the fuck out of here. So if you don't wear that shit, you don't, like, that's time you don't waste on that shit, and then we can be focused on, you know, more important things.
3 hours to put on makeup. I mean, no. But then, if you think about the images of beauty, how many images of beautiful women do you really see that don't have on makeup? I mean, naturally beautiful women that don't wear a lot of makeup.
Man, I don't think people be looking for it, really, honestly. Like, depending on what
So,
account I'm on, my
and
timeline is filled with
I can't
naturally
say,
beautiful women with no
oh, we
makeup.
want women to be natural and this and that, and then push images of the women that's full of makeup. Come on, man.
I mean, I don't know. Like I said, again, it's where you put your attention. It's where you put your focus. Like I think everybody wants everything to be mainstream, but everything ain't for everybody. So like everything's not going to be have mainstream appeal. But if you're looking for somebody who likes what you working with or whatever you got going on, you got to go find
And
that.
as an African American woman, I think a lot of these makeup industries is late to the market, uh, providing us with products. You know what I'm saying? Because for a long time, I couldn't find that. Even if I did want to wear makeup, that's like you. I mean, you see black women wearing makeup, but a lot of them you don't see wearing a lot of makeup. You know what I'm saying? Unless they deceptive or something. But anyway, because a lot of times you can plan the stage, and we finally had some makeup line created for like Queen Latifah had. Yeah, somebody had the Queen. Yeah, I like that. Her foundation is what they got. And then you got like brands like Black Radiant and stuff like that have colors that we like. Because a lot of the lipstick colors and stuff was not made for African Americans. They was made more for Caucasian men. And like I like fuchsias and dark reds and just different kind of things that complement my skin color more so than the pale pinks and mattes and all the other kind of shit. That shit ain't for me. And then like the foundation. I don't know why I'm talking to you like you know what I'm talking about. Man.
You know what's super funny? It's like you just read my mind because I'm just like I'm listening, but I have no fucking idea what Rushy just talking about right now with these different things. And like,
I just thought about it. Sometimes I'm talking and then I'm like, damn, so he is a man. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about.
like honestly, I was just about to actually type it on the thing and put it in the chat. Like I'm listening, I have no idea none of this stuff she's talking about means, but.
Right, but it's plenty of women in the DNA, so they know what I'm talking about. They just it's all good.
Okay. I'm gonna take your word for it. I feel like you're a credible source. I'm gonna take your word for it.
Right, exactly. Is there anything else? I think I covered everything.
No, ma'am. I have no further questions.
Oh, it is one other thing I want to talk about. Right.
What you got?
I don't understand why celebrities wait till they get rich to get on drugs. You know what I'm saying? It's like you got more going for you now than you had when you were broke.
Oh, but the drugs are better.
Risk throwing everything you got away for drugs.
The drugs are better. Why not? I mean, like, why be broke and poor and do the shitty drugs? Get rich. You're getting top notch, high quality drugs. So like, fuck, I don't want to do the poor drugs. I want to do the rich drugs. I'm gonna be rich. I get rich drugs. It's a whole different level. It's like a, come on, man.
You can risk lose everything you got. You can snort up all your money. You ain't last shit.
You have a deviated septum.
I don't know. It absolutely just don't make sense to me. It's like the poor people got more stress on them and everything to worry about. And they don't, well, some of them do be on stuff, but a lot of them just trying to make it out here.
But here's the thing, man. Like, what you got to understand, too, is when people get into a position, like, I don't think other people understand, like, what happens with fame. Like, money, too. I think money, too, but if you don't tell people you got money, like, if you disguise yourself well, you're all right. Like, people kind of stuff, they visualize shit. But with fame, it's a drug like no other. It's a drug in itself. So especially if you are one of these people who's taking care of your family, you're doing all this other shit. So it's like people end up having these responsibilities. They end up having these issues. Like we can't imagine because we don't have to deal with. Like I was just talking about the other day. Like imagine waking up, walking outside, and motherfuckers taking your picture all goddamn day. Like you can't go anywhere without you. Like you don't get privacy. You know what I'm saying? And I know a lot of times it should be staged and set up, but then a lot of times shit just like you don't get privacy. Like eventually. Like that shit is gonna fuck with you if you're a weak-minded person. It's gonna happen, and you're gonna start doing shit differently. And I'm not justifying this. This is just me coming up with a scenario in which I think that it could happen. But I'm not surprised. And then, like I said, you're influenced by you partying, and again, like you probably got money and all this. Like you're gonna get influenced. Hey, let's take the party up to the next level. Hey, we're having fun, we're having a good time now, but you do this, you're gonna take it up from level 10 to level 100. Okay, well, cool. All right, and then do it again, and and there you go. Motherfuckers out there pushing all kind of bullshit on you. So, it's a crazy situation. Like, but just to be around you, and the motherfuckers giving you free drugs because you famous, like just to say they hang out, like, and then when all that shit dry up, that motherfucker's a has been. Well, how they get like that? People they'll use you up, and then when it's all bad, when it's all done, they'll point the finger at you. So. Yeah.
They said Puff Daddy used to have those all white parties where under those things instead of serving food, he was serving them pounds of cocaine.
Well, that would be news to me. I don't know nothing about that. I don't want to know anything about that. I'm cool on all that. Yeah. Okay. Cool. All right. Well.
I don't really have anything else on my bucket list that I want to talk about. So I guess I'm done for the day.
So
I'm tired anyway.
Well, next time you're gonna expand that bucket list. We're gonna come up with some more ideas to put on there. We're gonna figure some stuff.
I don't need you coming up with more ideas. You need to work on your notebook. That's what you need.
Nah, I got some ideas for you. I'm gonna shoot them to you.
Good. Hey, have you ever been a sponsor? Have you ever been a sponsor for people that's on drugs or alcohol?
No. Not.
Well, you should. Because there's some people in the den that I think are on drugs and alcohol, and I think you need to handle that.
What? No, I'm not getting involved in that. That's a whole other thing. But no, I'm done. Nothing to do with that. That's no. If anybody's on drugs, get off the drugs. Just say no. Leave that shit alone. That's all I got. Hit that shit 2 times for me, better. Okay, well that's a bit. Well, Miss Rashida, yeah, you didn't fire it up, but I don't say about you, but I do appreciate you calling in and sharing. I said I appreciate you calling in and sharing your thoughts with us this evening, Miss Reed.
Take care.
All right, you too. You have a good evening.
Good night.
All right.
Bye.
Bye. Who's the one in particular? See, this isn't very den focused of y'all. See, y'all are making these inferences about people, but y'all aren't saying, like, that's not den focused. Subtle jabs is not the way of the den. This is like raw, uncut, not necessarily finger pointing, but more like finger in your eyeball type shit. So. Interesting. Yes, very interesting. I find that peculiar. So, who challenged me to a fight? Who the fuck challenged me to a fight when I wasn't looking? I already know who it was exactly. I don't even know why. See, look, y'all, Sweetberry back. I know she back on her pistachio bully shit. So I ain't finna have that shit, man. Not now, not ever. Alright, so there's that. Oh, man. You know what is really cool? Fucking this thing happened where I started the stream and then I opened up the denline and didn't fucking put the number on the screen. There's that. Now you got the number 855-948-0369. Yeah, I am an asshole. The fucking number wasn't even on the screen, but it is now. Sweetberry cheated. She brought a knife to a gunfight, and somehow, she hacked the bot and violated. So, looking at these bucket lists, and I see people talk about traveling, and I've seen, business, and we had Miss D again talking about the channel, Josh and the Lamb. Like, I look at this bucket list stuff, right? And I wonder if the bucket list secretly means something else, right? Like, I don't know. Like I think everybody should make one. Maybe that should have been the thing beforehand. Like, should have said, hey, we're going to talk about fucking bucket lists. Everybody make a bucket list. Call in with your fucking bucket list. But, like, I wonder if the bucket list is something deeper. Like, if maybe it's who we not like really want to be. If we're not being that person, I think I think very few people are truly living the life that they want to live, like get to be the person that they really truly want to be. I think society also has a lot of restrictions in place that that don't fucking allow you to be the person you truly want to be for some individuals. And that's probably a good thing on one side of the spectrum. It's probably a bad thing on the other side of the spectrum. But we just live in this crazy environment, right? And so you never know. You never ever know. Like, nothing is guaranteed to anybody. And so you make this bucket list and you look at the things on this list, and maybe there's a common theme. I'm making some shit up, right? I guess. I don't even have a bucket list, honestly. And that might be a problem. Maybe I should. But I have goals, right? So it's like not things that I want to accomplish before I die. I don't look at it like that. It's like I look at it more as like things I want to accomplish while living, and then like add some more shit on top of that, and then some more shit. So it's, and I guess I wonder, does it alter when you say like a bucket list? Are we talking about, like, is it only like little one-off things, like, again, like going skydiving or bungee jumping, or fucking, driving a fucking Formula One car or some shit? Like, I don't fucking know, but I guess you'd have to be good and do a lot of driving the Formula One cars to maybe get to do something. Maybe it might not be a one-off thing, but like, is that what a bucket list is more about, or is it more about status? Like, are you trying to say, well, I want to be able to do these certain things before I die. That means I've achieved a certain status or monetary acquisition, whatever the fuck you want to, call it. And you can do these things. So, I don't know. I don't fucking know. I don't know. Like, it's just an idea that popped in my mind, and then I started doing the world famous Honcho ramble and spewing out just random thoughts that probably don't quite go together. So, let's see. I don't know. Like I said, I really don't. But again, we'll be in the Mixer crew, as we all know. Mixer is being shut down July 22nd. And so, definitely want to get a few more Mixer shenanigans in. And what we'll do in the Mixer crew tonight is we'll listen to everybody in the Den Discord voice chat, and then we'll talk about them in the Mixer where nobody's at. So that way we ain't got to worry about none of this shit. Because the Mixer was the original place where we talk shit about everybody else. And then people would start showing up in the Mixer because they ain't want nobody to talk shit about it. So they want to make sure to see who was talking shit about them. So there's that. What are you talking about? I don't know what you're talking about, Heidi. No, stop the nonsense and the false rumors. Kleindienst. You know, you gotta be a team player. I gotta call you by your last name, like they do, like a sports team. Get your ass in the goddamn game, Kleindienst. You've been slacking all day. Fucking number 12. I don't know what fucking soccer position number you've been playing. Fucking number 12's are kicking your ass. Dropping horse nuts all over you. Best advice for a 20-year-old? Fuck it. Nah, man. Make the sacrifices now. Like I was telling somebody earlier, like I know you feel like you're young and invincible and you got fucking forever. But make the sacrifices now. Do the shit now. And you won't have to do these things later. And then, like I say, like, fuck, host, Scotty, shut up, you bitch. You kind of put like, why are you talking to Scotty like that? That I'm being very mean. Scotty's an asshole, like, right? I don't know if I shared the story that day about Scotty walking off, but I'll talk about it. But nah, for a 20-year-old man, like, fuck all the bullshit, fuck the partying, like, fuck turning 21 and wanting to, drinking all that shit, like, hunker down, like, become a fucking master at whatever the fuck it is, you into. And, just go harder than everybody else. Like, well, all the rest of your fucking associates and peers are fucking off doing dumb shit, man. Make them sacrifices, dog. Like, and you can you'll be so far ahead when they fucking depressed and fucking having a bunch of kids and glad that they got a fucking babysitter so they can fucking go out and shit. You'll have your shit together. You'll have a choice of all the fucking women you want. Like, don't even chase any women right now. Like, women don't exist. Like, fucking lock down, dog. Go get it. Go after whatever the fuck it is that you after. And stay focused. That would be my advice. If you ain't hoe crazy right now, don't fuck with them. Like, don't worry about it. I say, get your money right. By the time you like fucking 25, you can do whatever you want to do. And you'll trust me. Just sacrifice. But like sacrifice, but like with a purpose and a goal. You feel me? Like knowing there's an end game. So and I'm not telling you just like be this fucking monk for no reason and just be like, what do I do? Wander the earth for fucking 5 years, sacrificing everything I fucking know and have. No, I'm not telling you to do no shit like that. But like, fuck all the partying, fuck all... Like, honestly, I don't know if you fuck with video games. I know it's, like, kind of hypocritical because I be fucking with them and shit. But, honestly, if I would have about to done shit completely different. Like, again, just the altered perspective of life. Like, I'm not asking for anything else to be different. If I'd have known how powerful the way you think is, like, if somebody would have sat me down and gave me that game, like, from at a younger age, like, yeah, you don't understand. Like, if somebody would have, around that age, probably like 13, 14, when I started kind of going astray. Like, if somebody would have gave me that game about the way you think, like, 'cause that was right around the time my sister passed away, and so I was just like, fucking life is stupid. All this shit is dumb, it don't really fucking matter, cause like, just a bunch of shit was going on, the whole religious situation, figuring shit out, and then like I said, my sister, she was like a real saint, and fucking, the way, shit happens. Like my mind was like, you're a teenager, like confused about shit, trying to figure it out. So it's like, if somebody would have gave me that game right then, just because of everything else, like all the other opportunity and the situation I was in. Like, that's right before I stopped giving a fuck about a lot of shit. And just, man, I'm telling you, it'd have been a fucking different thing. There's no excuse now, like, because I know it. So there's still no excuse. Like, it don't matter if you're fucking 15, 35, 65, 65, you got a smaller window, you just got to go hard still. But none of that shit matters. It's just about the way you perceive it, the way you think about shit, the way you think about yourself. All that shit matters, man. But just at fucking 20, I honestly wouldn't be giving a shit about life because I was fucking doing stupid shit. At fucking 20, I would have. I'd be focused on, like I say, becoming, uh, having a craft or like a fucking, like being a career where like, apparently, as you see, it's fucking virus proof. And fucking lock down and just start stacking your bread, dog. Like, if your people still let you stay with them for as long as you fucking can. You know what I'm saying? Like, fucking let them fucking, like, contribute to the household, of course, but, like, trust me, like, there's no fucking benefit in rushing to go out and get your own spot. Like I said, again, I don't know if you are or not already. I know motherfuckers be want to get out the house. Dog, there's no benefit in that shit. Stack your fucking bread. Like, if your parents let you, if you can go get a fucking solid gig, your people gonna let you stay at home, man, fuck them hoes, eat fucking oodles and noodles, stay in the basement or whatever the fuck you at, and, like, stack a bunch of money. And then when you fucking, like I said, when you step out a few years later, like, you're knocking shit off. You ain't got to fucking finance shit all crazy like your peers will be doing just to keep up with the Joneses. Like, you don't really have it. But that's a whole different thing. I spent too much time on Warzone. Yeah, let that shit go. Streak is longer. I mean, it's not even. It's not even close. Oh man. Yeah, like I say, it was a crazy situation. Like, yeah, and that's what I talk about. Like, when that shit happened, that's when I became very nihilistic about it. I just didn't give a fuck about nothing. Nothing meant shit to me. I'm just like, oh, fuck it. Like, there's no point, no purpose. I wish that, like I say, I don't have any regrets, like, because, if anything changed, you're not here where you're at right now. But if there was any point in my life that I would have done anything differently, it would have been then. Like, if somebody would just gave me game on the thought process thing, and maybe if I would have had a little bit more self-awareness, I'd have made a couple of different decisions. And yeah, yeah. So, it is what it is, though. I just know I got to make up for all the bullshit. Like, so that's why I'm always thinking of a master plan, but ain't nothing but sweat inside my hand. I give 1,000 pistachios to whoever knows where that's from. But yeah, so. Strippers and cops networking. I'm say that monthly doesn't make you actually work. Yeah, fuck that. Fuck all that networking. Because then when you got money, right, you can network with, like, better people who got money. And then the people with money fucking, and I'm not saying people are better just because they got money, but I mean, you'll meet people that got money, people who have money, know how to keep money, know how to make money. And so, you just get your foot in the door, you have your little change, and then, your associations will be different, Again, like, I don't know what your motivation, your drive is. So I guess I'd be telling you all this shit. It could all really be pointless because you might not give a fuck about any of this shit. Like, I don't think anybody will give you this shit. Yeah, you can network from mom's house. Tell your mom to go in her room. What are you talking about, Heidi? Shit. Of course, Sweetberry would get the dilly dally pistachios on the line. So, my thing is this, though, right? Again, like I said, it's got to be your motivations, I think, determine what it is that you want. You know what I'm saying? It'll determine what it is that, you're after. And that damn dog. So Which trigger? You ask me these questions, Heidi, and see, because what Heidi does is interesting. I won't tell y'all what Heidi does. I think if you're observant, you're aware. And Heidi is a bit of a trickster, right? Heidi's a bit of a jester at times, right? And but some people, there's only certain ways that you can elicit responses from people. So you just gotta, wait and see. So, Shannon is here. There's that. What I said? I was gonna give 10,000. I thought I said 1,000. I thought you said. I thought I said that. Oh, y'all want to know something? Fuck, and I can't remember what it was now. Damn. The fuck was I watching? Shit. Anyway, and seeing Shannon made me think about it. I was watching a movie. I don't know if it was a movie or a show. I can't remember now. But the term kettle of fish came up, right? And I was like, God damn it, Shannon. Because, we all, that day was hilarious. Mainly I think everybody else was laughing too. Shannon has made some bullshit up. Ain't nobody ever heard of this fucking saying. Shannon is just getting all willy nilly with the English language again. She's doing whatever she wants to with these words and just saying stuff. And then it turns out that fucking kettle of fish is a real thing, right? I guess it's a real phrase that people use. And, so once it was looked up, shout out to Miss Grace. She shared the information with me that it was a real thing. And then I guess to add a little insult to injury, whatever the fuck I was watching that I was actually interested in, they used that phrase. That I cut it off because I don't want Shannon to ever be right. Did I? Did I say 10K? Are you sure? I said 1,000. Say, okay, that's what I thought. Okay, that's what I thought. See, look, boy, if you trying to hustle you for fucking pistachio, boy, I swear. Like, I think I was about to say 10, and then I corrected myself because I was like, yeah, that's a lot of pistachios. So, yeah, that's just a whole other kettle of fish. I wish I could remember what I was watching and that they said that because it was crazy. You know what I'm saying? Say James Evan, oh man. Yeah, I would agree. Then, in his later years, some of his acting roles were a bit different. And it just made you look at his role as James a little differently. Like, I don't know, man. I don't know. Just so much stuff. We as human beings we're very thrown off. Um, because it's weird how we relate to celebrities, and characters that they play. Like some people, can't really detach that it's an actor playing a role from that character. And so, people say that they're, you hear stories about celebrities who say that they're out in public. And in public, people are, Scotty, you see what I'm talking, this is what I'm talking about. The damn dog just barged in. Hold on one second. You see, Scotty, you get willy-nilly with yourself, and I'm going to have to kick your ass. Hold on one second.
Hi there.
I had to assault the dog real quick. I didn't want y'all to hear that. I had to do him real bad. I hit him with some uppercuts. You know, he put up a good fight. Ultimately, you know, he took the L. It just be like that sometimes. You know, I don't appreciate the disrespect in which he just came charging in the room. You know, like everything was all gravy, and just, you know, gonna look me in my eyes like I got some candy for him or something. You know what I'm saying? I don't get down like that. Fucking Scotty. Yeah, he is definitely more of a cat, but he's up to some weird shit. What are you doing there? Scotty's, I don't know. Like I said, I think I talked about it maybe in the Soft Sports Discord. I don't think I told the story of Scotty running off yesterday. You know what I'm saying? And I found him in a Hispanic lady's garage, just sitting there hanging out with her. So, no, Scotty doesn't get any camera time. Scotty's an asshole. I had actually thought about doing something in the den, but Scotty's not trustworthy. Like, he's not dependable, you know. So I don't think it would necessarily work. We'll see. I'd have to really. It might work with what I got planned on how I want to change some things up. So it may work in the near future. Right now, I don't think it will. But the plan is to one day have like a little Scotty cam. And then like, you know, maybe have like a little area where his bed is. So when he actually is there, y'all can see Scotty when he's not up to a bunch of bullshit. And y'all see what kind of piece of shit he really is. He's fooling you guys, right? He's kind of like a certain athlete in Houston. Like, Scotty knows when the camera's on, so he puts on a role, you know, for you guys. But in reality, Scotty's a real dickhead. I mean, really, just so he gets out, like I say, and he struts down the street, or he's gone. I'm looking for him. I'm like, fuck, goddamn dog's gone. He don't know where he's at, you know, and he didn't have his fucking leash or not, just have his collar on him. So I'm fucking looking around, and I'm like, I don't see the motherfucker. I'm like, he's probably chased something down the street, a cat or something. I don't fucking know. I'm looking, I just happened to look to my fucking left, and I just seen a lady, you know, sitting in the garage. And then, you know, I have to see this little white fucking ball of fluff sitting right at her fucking feet, just sitting there like he's been knowing her forever, like it's her fucking dog and shit. And like I said, I'm looking like an asshole, calling his ass. He's just sitting there like he don't know me, you know. Like I'm not the motherfucker he come and beg for food. You know, I was starve his ass a couple of days. I bet he act like he know me then. Piece of shit. It'll make me look foolish. But yeah, so the fucking dog, he's over there hanging out in the fucking garage. Like, and that's, like I say, this is the second time Scotty's done that. I told a different story a while back. When he ran off on me, and I found him like in some random person's garage. They were feeding him. They were about to put him on fucking Facebook and shit. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, Scotty's not loyal. That's why I say he's a piece of shit. Like, if somebody was to break in, Scotty's not stopping shit. Scotty is worthless. Actually, he did growl at the fucking electrician. So, don't know why. You know, he wasn't doing anything, but for some reason he felt it was necessary to growl at him. And yeah, so like I say, he's just a piece of shit dog. But you know, he's my dog, so I would have to do what I gotta do. Fucking Scotty. I don't know how to explain the pose or how Scotty's laying right now. Other than, like, I guess if there was a Jumpman symbol for dogs. That's what the fuck this looks like. It's very bad. Let's see. She might not have no pistachios. Because like I say, at the beginning of the month, they reset. So if you hadn't been there too much, you might not have too many pistachios. So. But I guess, I'm sitting here talking about I don't have a fucking bucket list. And we get ready to wind it down. We'll do that. A few more minutes, and then, like I said, we'll slide in the mix. I'll be in the Discord. Like I'll be in the Discord. But if I'm doing a mix, I really don't. I guess I'm not really listening. I may put the mixer live in the Discord, depending on however. I still don't know how it talks. I don't know. We'll figure it out. But we will be in the Discord immediately after the den. Like, even if I don't add people, I'd go into the den. The reason why I don't add everyone or be like, hey, everybody come in here, because that thing sends out a message to everybody. And so it's like, motherfuckers sleep, depending on where in the fucking the world they are. That's why I don't always use the everyone command just, after the show. So, like, I generally say if I'm going to be in there, I'm usually like in there like immediately after the show. If I don't see anybody come in there after a while, like 5-10 minutes, so then I'll dip out. But and I know people will come in later and be like, oh, where you was at? I was like, shit, I was in here like right after the show. Let me see if something else. Tomorrow, Friday, we didn't karaoke last weekend. So we'll try to do that karaoke in the den tomorrow. I don't think we got anybody to den debate. Excuse me. Unless I'm mistaken, then we'll have a topic someone requested. And it was actually going to be a topic that I missed. So. Or in line, so it actually got shuffled around. So we may talk about that tomorrow. If nobody reaches out, nobody says they got a den debate or whatever. But usually we have like a secondary topic under if nobody's debating. So I got the idea of a secondary topic at the very least, if not a main topic. Other than that, man, I'm gonna be honest. Scotty's a shitty dog. I think most of y'all are pretty cool people. Make sure you're following on all the proper social media. Saw Sports HTX on Instagram and Twitter. Saw Sports on Facebook. Any of the other links that you need are in the description below. So, just anything that if you got any questions, it should be in the description. I try to put all my social links there, or any contact or anything like that there. Yeah, you talking about this nigga here? Let me send this nigga back to Port Neches real quick. So I wasn't looking at the dilly-dally. I just happened to see it, But yeah, man, so like I said, be in the mixer, be in the Discord, doing both. If you're in the mixer, we'll probably be listening to people talking in Discord, kind of like we do. And however else it goes. So I told you I was going to send that nigga back to Port Neches, man. So I hate to have to do boys like the little niggas call yacht, get handled, and then they scramble. It's terrible. But yeah, man. So let me see. I feel like I'm forgetting something, but other than that, I don't think so. Let me put the link to the Discord in here if you're not in the Discord. How many people think that Heidi needs to be in the Discord? And good evening, Miss Betty Spaghetti. If you think Heidi should be in the Discord, put a 1. If you think she shouldn't be in the Discord, put a 0. I want to know people's thoughts on this. Because people keep inquiring. I'm like, Heidi's a terrible person. She shouldn't be anywhere. She shouldn't be let out in public, but people continue to ask. So this is my minimal effort. While we're doing it, let me take that off the screen. All of the sports are coming back. I wonder how long it's going to take before they go back out again. I need to change these questions, right? Because that question was when Shannon was actually like a active participant in it. Then she left us and shit. She sent me like this long ass email basically talking about fuck the den, fuck all the den folk. If I see y'all niggas in the streets, I'm gonna whoop y'all ass, pull up. Shannon was talking big shit. You know, I didn't want to tell nobody. You know, I wasn't gonna put her out there like that. But you know, so there's that. Now it's my fucking cup with the fucking thing in it. That fucking little ball fucking makes a bunch of noise, but it is what it is. Let's see. Trying to think, what else do I need to figure out? Let me see. Oh, I killed a lot. Like usually within the last 10 minutes or so, if nobody's called in, I end up killing. What are you talking about, Shannon? Why would I lie about such a thing? Who got some WD-40? Y'all, you ain't been here this fucking chair squeak the whole goddamn streets? Let me get all this still. You see that? Nah, but yeah, Jack. If you're not a disco, put the fucking link up there. Honcho, you said you gonna fucking do the shit. So I could see some of you are in the voice chat already. Interesting. Watch out for them niggas. Do. Where's the link? Alright, however many, whatever. Cool. Alright. So here's the link to join the den. Make sure you come and join us. The conversation will continue on here. But with that being said, the nose is nothing else. I gotta find my little fucking attachment. I gotta get there and get the nose hairs. TMI, I know, but hey, y'all my people, so fuck it, right? Yeah, Jack. So, like I say, tomorrow, same den channel, maybe the same den time. Now, I plan on being available 9 o'clock tomorrow. If we're gonna karaoke the den, definitely wanna be on time for the YouTube. So, with that being said, I'm talking to produce. Y'all be cool like y'all be cool. Y'all ain't got to go home. Invite y'all to the Discord. Will be. I'm in there now. I'm in that thing right now. I'm in there like booty hair. I'm inviting y'all to come join us. Come join the post-show, post-stream conversation in the Discord. Yeah. With that being said, adios. All that good fancy stuff people. Shit. Bye. Goddamn.